to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Hello, everybody. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. And I hope everyone's got some good plans for going into this upcoming week. It looks like it's going to be a nice week out there. We'll find out from Drew Reeves here in just a little bit on how that's actually going to look. But today is the 17th of August, Sunday, and we'd love to hear from you. Call us up on that North American Metals hotline. It'll pop up right here. Well, you still can't see. Oh, it is. 503-548-6777. We got a little bit of time set up in the first couple of segments of the show to take a couple of your calls. So if you got questions, comments, or reports, or anything that you might want to share, or maybe there's a gripe that you have that you want to talk about on television. Yeah, let's see if you got it. Anyway, there's lots of things that we can talk about because we got a lot going on these days, let alone hunting season, bow season in particular, kicking off in a matter of weeks, days, really. Hopefully, you're well ahead of where I'm at in that process, but we got that coming up, of course, and then we're right in the middle of some of the best salmon fishing of the year. Frustrating in some areas and downright excellent in areas, so in other areas, that is, and certainly some other opportunities from summer steelhead and coho silvers on our doorstep, like right around the corner. We just had David Hawken in here yesterday. We spent a lot of time off air talking about the upcoming silver season and twitching and getting that kind of started. There's some new things coming there from him. But yeah, we got a lot going on. But we'll try today to give you some insight on what's going on today. And then, of course, tomorrow. And GPS is the only one that can do that. This upcoming segment, of course, we'll have fish counts and river levels and a couple of reminders to throw out there to you. And if you've been sending your photos in, be patient. We're going to get to those in just a minute. For the very first time here on Outdoor GPS, I've got a new guide that we've brought in. Y'all know we love to talk to the professionals when they're out there on the water. We're going to check in with Dan Fisher. He's the owner of Fisher's Guide Service, and I fished alongside Dan for a long time. If I'm right, well before he ever started guiding, and he has become a very well-respected guide here in the Northwest. He's in the Bowie-Tin area, and we're going to find out real time what he's seeing out there, how the fishing is today. Just a couple of days ago, there was a big storm that went through that estuary area and just flat out turned it over. Lots of rain, and that can really change things down there. Some of the reports from yesterday were kind of sporadic. We'll talk a little bit about that this upcoming segment, but we'll find out how things are real time for Dan and his clients. Then, after that, we've got Jared Higginbotham from Yakima Bay. It's been way too long to get a live report from Jared. He's been down there for several days now, if I understand correctly, and he's on the water this morning. We're going to find out from him on how the fishing is, what he's seeing. He's really good at it down there, and what he's using to be successful. And also, my question is going to be, just like for Dan, is how things have changed since I think it was Friday, how all this rain that came into the system may have changed things for the better or for the worse for him. So we'll make sure to find out from Jared in just a little bit. In between there, though, got a little buffer segment between the two interviews. We're going to talk about one of our #1 questions, it seems like, each year here at GPS. What's the difference between a Thule and an upriver bright? How can he tell the difference? And we've done, even since we've been here at KPDX, we've done it several times talking about that, and it's a great topic, and it's certainly something for folks that, you know, might have a hard time deciphering which one is actually what. So we're going to go through that real quickly. Got a little tutorial that we have. We're actually going to rely on ODFW's information, which interestingly enough, kind of comes to our good friend, Bill Monroe Jr., but that's a whole other story. But we'll show a couple of photos, the differences between the two, a couple little tricks that you can use to help identify a Thule as opposed to an upriver bright. It's really not that hard, but if you haven't got the experience, it certainly can be. So we're going to try to get that info in there in between those two interviews and just answer some of those questions. So if you're like that and you're not quite sure sometimes what you're seeing when you bring a fish up, we'll do the best we can to kind of line you up on that, as always, and maybe address a couple of other things there as well. But let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that you've all been sending in, and there's been a bunch of them, and we really do appreciate it. We want to see more as we go through the latter part of summer and into fall. Y'all know things start to change, so we start to slow down, you know, in that October, November timeline. So just keep sending the photos in because we're going to keep showing them. First big pond fish for Bryce? Ryan, help me out here. Bill sent this in. Thanks for that. Looks like a silver. Nice hatchery fish, too, by the way. I mean, this is the time of year when you catch those silvers out offshore or even at the estuary or, for that matter, working their way up the Columbia because they are. They're just absolutely delicious. Arwen's rainbow trout. Ken, thanks for sending it over. Again, I say it every time, but you put a cute kid in the photo. Yeah, photo's going to get on the air. That's a nice trout, too, by the way. Congratulations. Channel cat. I wonder where that's from. Interesting. Steve, thanks for the photo. And I know I've mentioned this before in the past, but we did that test years and years and years ago with like 6 different versions of fish meat, and it turned out our favorite in tacos was catfish, believe it or not. Chase's first fish. Oh, look at that. My kid doesn't know what to do. He's like, okay, I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to hold it there. Alan, thanks for sending the photo over. Looks like they're over on the coast someplace. Nice little fish, perfect for the barbecue. Good day on the big pond. And it looks like that closes down on Monday. Like always, though, make sure you check your regulations before you head out. Don't trust the idiot on the other side of the TV screen. That'd be me. So just make sure. But it sounds like they are closing it down on the saltwater out of Astoria and in that north zone, northern area, starting Monday. So just double check everything before you head out there. Derek's Wikia Brown. Wow. That is a toad. That's a true predator right there. That is a really nice fish. I wonder how he caught that. Looks like they're maybe in a drift boat, looks like. Steve and Doug sent the photo in. Thanks for that. Nice trout. Jeez. Michael's Ocean Dandy, yeah, it is. And that is one where we're talking about tules coming up here this next couple of segments out. Now, a couple of things that you can look at here. That fish was caught in the ocean, okay? Now, take a look at the size of those spots. Take a look at the size of that anal fin back there. Take a look at the spots that are on that tail. Take a look at the beak on that fish. I'm not going to say that it's a tule right now, but, I mean, those are the things that you're going to look for. Tules can be dime bright when they're in the saltwater. That's one that I would take a double look at. I'd be looking closely at that one. Montana kokanee. Linda sent this photo. Look at the size of that. That's a full-blown sockeye. If you were unaware, kokanee or landlocked sockeye. And look at that nice vintage hat right there, the Outdoor GPS hat. Very cool. I don't get to see them that often anymore. Maybe one of these days. Look at that. That is just a toad of a kokanee. Look at that. Is that a bass on a 360? Happens, especially on the Willamette. Took a bass guy out salmon fishing, Mark. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's probably somewhere on the Willamette because I've seen that happen. I've actually had that happen. That's interesting. You know, I'm wondering what that bass was thinking when it came up to that giant flasher spinning around. Probably confused it. Mark, thanks for sending the photo over. It's easy to do. We'll get there in a second and show you the simplest way to upload those photos and video. Nice fish right there and a great photo, too. Looks like Garibaldi right there. Zach's first ocean trip. Tony, thanks for sending it over. It's easy to do. There is one way that is certainly the easiest way, but we do have a video. Hawaiian fishing. Brad sent this over. What are they catching? What is that? Dorado? We'll all learn together, everyone. Not a billfish. Well, I'll just kind of listen in on what they got going on. If it looks like a birdie as their attractor, what's going on back there? I guess you just never know what you're going to catch when you're in the Pacific, right? Well, obviously they're keeping it. No catch and release out there, it looks like. That's got the fins, though. Well, what the heck is it? Oh! Kingfish? It's not a barracuda. I don't care. Either way, I bet you it's delicious. Brad, thanks for sending it over. We get videos from everywhere. We'd love to see videos from here, too. It's easy to do. You can upload photos and videos to the Fox 12 app. It's free. Download it. When you do so, follow along with everything going on here at KPTV and KPDX, which is the best. And then, of course, Outdoor GPS. Upload those photos and videos there. Or you can do so on our Facebook page. You can email them in. Lots of different ways that you can send those photos over. We love to show you off every Saturday and Sunday morning. So if you're shy, just send them over because you won't know when they're actually going to pop up. Also, don't forget, head over to gps@abbeys.com. Is that like a website? I mean, I'm not very good with this stuff, Ryan. It's a website? Email? It's an email. Okay, fair enough. There you go. gps@abbeys.com. And you'll have a chance to win a giant pizza each week from Abbeys. You do have to enter in each week. I will be there, I believe, on the, it's the 23rd. Yeah, so if you next Saturday, I'll be over there enjoying some Abbeys pizza myself. All right, when we come back from this break, we're going to be in our report segment. Some really sporadic reports from the Astoria area, a couple of reports coming from up and down, and a couple that I might be willing to throw in from up and down the coast as well. But we'll have that when we come back from this break, and we're going to find out from Drew Reeves what we can expect for our upcoming weather pattern here in the Northwest. We'll be back with that in just a minute.